The twin suns of Valrana hung low in the violet sky, their dying light painting the alien horizon in shades of amber and rose. The planet had once been home to a thriving civilization, but after the Great Collapse, only scattered tribes remained, fragments of a once mighty people trying to survive in a world that had turned against them. Among them were Lyra and her daughter Saren, the last of the royal bloodline of the Valrani. Their people were fading, their species could no longer bear children. Decades of radiation and genetic decay had cursed their wombs. No new life had been born in years. Until the human arrived. His name was Dr. Elias Caron, a genetic scientist from Earth sent to Valrana to study its dying biosphere. He never imagined he'd become part of its last hope. 1. The discovery. Elias met Lyra first. She was regal even in poverty, tall and silver-skinned, her eyes like molten gold. She spoke with dignity despite living in the ruins of her former palace. "You study life," she said when he came seeking samples from her region. "Then study ours. Help us restore what we've lost." Elias took blood samples, analyzed genetic data, and discovered the truth. The Valrani DNA was collapsing, fertility near zero. But there was a chance, a hybridization project. Human DNA, when merged with Valrani genetics, could stabilize their genome. He hesitated. "You're asking me to father a child?" Lyra's golden gaze didn't waver. "Not just for me, for my people." He didn't expect to feel drawn to her, the quiet strength in her voice, the loneliness in her eyes. And one night, beneath the soft light of the twin moons, their mission became something more than science. Weeks later, Lyra placed his hand gently on her abdomen. "It worked," she whispered, tears glimmering. "There is life inside me." Elias felt awe and terror. He had given life to a new being, something that might save an entire race. But the story didn't end there. 2. The daughter's plea. Saren was younger, fiercer, with sapphire eyes that burned with passion and curiosity. She had watched her mother's growing bond with Elias from afar, jealous at first, then fascinated. One night, Saren approached Elias in the abandoned research dome. Her voice trembled. "I want the same chance. I want to save our kind too." He blinked. "Saren, your mother. She knows our people are dying. One child will not be enough. You said it yourself. The genome needs variety. I'm not doing this for myself, but for Valrana." Her plea was logical, scientific. But the truth lingered behind her words, a deep, unspoken longing. She admired him. She wanted to be part of the new world he promised. After days of thought, Elias agreed, with Lyra's reluctant blessing. Saren underwent the same procedure, a union of human and Valrani essence, designed for survival. And when the stars aligned again, two heartbeats pulsed in harmony, mother and daughter, both carrying life born of the same man. 3. The consequence. The revelation spread through the remnants of the Valrani tribes like wildfire. The old priests whispered in awe, calling Elias the seed of renewal. Some praised him as a savior. Others saw an abomination. 2 pregnant royals, mother and daughter, by the same human. It was unthinkable, even to the humans stationed on the orbiting research vessel. "You've crossed a line, Elias," warned Commander Rhea. "This isn't science anymore. It's a moral catastrophe." But Elias saw the results. Lyra's child developed rapidly, strong and vibrant. Saren's heartbeat pulsed like a starburst. Both carried hope in their veins, proof the Valrani could rise again. Yet tension grew between mother and daughter. 4. The rift. Lyra began to feel what she never thought she would again, jealousy. Seeing her daughter glowing with the same life she bore was a mirror she couldn't face. You should have chosen one of us, Lyra told Elias one evening. Now you've divided what little peace we had. Elias shook his head. I didn't choose one over the other. I chose your people. You both made this choice. But Saren's heart burned with her own feelings. Maybe you didn't choose, she whispered, but I did. I love you. Those words cracked something open. Elias didn't know how to answer. His mission had turned into something deeply human, too human. 5. The births. Months later, under the crimson eclipse of Velrana's moons, Lyra went into labor first. Her child, a boy with pale silver skin and human eyes, cried out, strong and healthy. The Velrani gathered, bowing in reverence. They named him Kale, the dawn of renewal. Days later, Saren's turn came. Her daughter emerged glowing faintly with bioluminescent veins, her cries echoing through the ancient halls. They called her Aria, the starborn. 2 children, siblings by father, cousins by bloodline, symbolizing the strange, fragile union of worlds. 6. The storm. Not everyone rejoiced. A faction of old Velrani priests saw the hybrids as heresy. They gathered with weapons and fury, demanding the children be cast out. They are not a Velrana. They are corruption. No goddess would bless such sin, mother and daughter, with the same mate. Elias stood between them and the infants, unarmed. Call it sin if you want, he said. But these children breathe where yours cannot. They are your future. The rebels attacked. Chaos filled the ancient palace. Lyra and Saren fought side by side, wielding plasma spears, protecting their newborns. In the end, the uprising was crushed, but at a cost. Lyra was wounded grievously. As she lay dying, she held Elias's hand. Promise me you'll raise them together, she whispered. Let them know their mother gave everything so they could live. He wept. You saved your people, Lyra. You saved me. Her golden eyes dimmed as dawn broke. 7. The legacy. Years passed. Under Elias's guidance, Kale and Aria grew strong. The Velrani began to rebuild, blending human science with ancient alien wisdom. Saren, now queen of the renewed tribe, often looked out across the restored gardens of Velrana, watching the children play. Elias stood beside her. Your mother would be proud, he said softly. Saren nodded, tears shining. She loved you too, you know. He smiled faintly. And I love both of you, in different ways, but with the same heart. She placed his hand over her daughter's chest. Then her legacy lives on. Through them, through us. 8. Epilogue. Centuries later, legends would tell of the human father who united 2 bloodlines. The chronicles would call Lyra the first mother, Saren the guardian, and Elias the bridge between worlds. Their children, Kale the Silver and Aria the Starborn, would lead a new generation that spread among the stars, carrying both human compassion and Velrani strength. And though many questioned the strange beginning, one man fathering life in both mother and daughter, it became a tale not of scandal, but of sacrifice, love, and rebirth. For from the impossible, life had returned.